Look, detectives combing through the hood looking for a corpse. Draco hitting. I don't think your body can endure the force. I whipped the fish up with a fucking hanger or a fork. Told that bitch, go ahead, sniff what you want. There's plenty more to snort. I had an outstanding warrant for a short. Turned myself in, rocking Louis and all my jewelry. I wore the court.
This my shit.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Hard to Kill, episode 62 with Do You Even Gun Bro, Mr. Tierney, aka Turbo. Holla at the people, brother.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? Thanks for having me on the show, guys.
Absolutely.
Absolutely,
How could we not? Look at the shit that you guys are putting out, man. You got to be excited, man. People are definitely starting to notice you guys, and you're starting to take off, man. What's that feel like?
It feels good because Even Gun Bro kind of stagnated for a couple years, kind of lost traction. I mean, when it first started out, 2013, it hit 100K followers like 3-4 times, got deleted, had to restart all over again. And when the founders got out, stagnated, kind of got lost in the sauce. But we're happy that we're bringing it back, and we're starting to regroup and recapture those guys that were original fans.
How did something like that get deleted, dude?
Just, I mean, we all know that Meta, Facebook, and everything, they, people report it, they get their feelings hurt, and pages just get deleted. And
really,
removed.
just over some petty shit like that? Jeez, man, can't keep everybody happy, huh?
I'm surprised we haven't been dinged yet, Nick.
I know, dude. Hey, knock on something, dude. I'm not trying to deal with that, man.
Yeah, it's just like J-Tots. I mean, Even Gun Bro is right there with J-Tots, Blue Falcon, all that stuff. There's how many? 7th Award, 10th Award? How many pages did they have?
Yeah, I know. I hear you.
Yeah,
I mean, it got to the point too where Marine Corps Command was coming in and starting to say, "Hey,
were you?" I'm trying to understand the timeline on that. Were you still active when that was going on?
I was, yes, and so were all the founders.
Okay, so what? I can't imagine what dealing like with something like that is, dude. What were they harping on? Just specific stuff that you were saying or putting out, or?
Yeah, just the stuff that was getting put out, and just the message that was being brought. It was real Lance Corporal Underground stuff. DUI checkpoints were being posted, just like with Terminal Lance and a bunch of other guys.
Hey, we're trying to look out for the people here. Come on.
Yeah, all the look stuff.
The wook stuff.
I mean, just anything, man. Anything that was like.
So anything real?
Yeah, anything that was like real, just, grunts, just Lance corporals.
If you could, let's briefly touch on the Lance Corporal Underground and how amazing it is. I have like a 50-50 following, dude. We got a bunch of military, mostly Marines, but then we got a lot of civilians, a lot of people that have sons, daughters, family members that are in the military, and so they rock with us, but we got to explain shit a little bit. So when it comes to the Lance Corporal Underground, there strictly is nothing better than getting the raw dope, if you will. Yeah. The real things that really go down, and what the Lance Corps, I'm trying. It's like the black market, it really is. It's just
like black market of information.
Yeah, 1000%. Go ahead.
Just go watch The Godfather.
Yeah, absolutely. It's
Goodfellas.
Yeah,
that's a better one. Goodfellas.
It's really the things you need to know. It's not exactly what you asked for, but it's the nitty gritty. It's the
raw
real.
truth.
Yeah, it's the hard truth. Exactly. I like it, but it tends to bite us in the ass once in a while. A lot of higher ups don't like. I think I think a lot of those guys kind of forget where they came from. They've been at the top for so long, and when you're at the top for so long and succeeding and not failing at things, you kind of lose touch and you forget the struggle a little bit. And that's, my friend, that is what the Lance Corporal Underground is all about, is the struggle. A lot of guys been bumped down a few times, if you will, and they get stuck around. But to me, those are the best kind of people, man. And I strive to have the Lance Corporal Underground always in my material, and I will never forget where I came from. So
I made E33 times. So,
yeah, no, I hear you. It's a process, buddy. It's a process.
And then Sailor of the Year. So, whatever. It's
Well, I feel you on that. I was
that did work.
51 and I was an E3 for a while. So
Atta baby. Yeah, you put some time in. I like it. All right. So let's get into you a little bit, bro. Let's kind of tackle your background and give the people a little bit of you. So
yeah, absolutely.
Where are you from?
Well, Nick, I'm actually from your neck of the woods. Originally from Massachusetts.
No shit.
Yeah, I've been living here in Florida since I got out.
Oh, you're a typical guy that flies down south. Okay, I like it. Where'd you grow up in Mass, brother?
Western Mass, Berkshire County.
Where is it?
Berkshire County.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Gotcha.
Yeah, so where Mark Wahlberg goes vacation, that's where I grew up.
Gotcha. Okay.
Did he teach you how to shoot? Just one.
No, he didn't.
Tracking.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I like it. I rock with it. That means you're behind all the good teams and all the ones that matter. I appreciate that.
Yeah, exactly.
So
yeah, no, man, I grew up in Mass, military family, both grandfathers, Marines. One of them was Vietnam, 2 deployments, so 311. Three uncles, Marines. One was 0313, the other was 0311. The other one was Motor T. I had another cousin who was 0311. So yeah, it was just kind of passed down. Had to be Marine. Ran into a bunch of issues getting in the Marine Corps due to waivers and people not wanting to do their job. A year later, finally called up headquarters, be like, "Hey, we never got your waiver there, man." So yeah, got in 11. Paris Island, SOI East, and we had a small class.
Would you say? Hold on a minute. Would you say the reason that you joined was really just like the family push? It's something you always wanted to be. You kind of looked up to that as a young kid, and you wanted to fill some shoes.
Yeah, it wasn't really filling shoes. It wasn't really like pushed on by my family. I saw all the portraits and photos of everyone in their dress blues, and just growing up, just wanted to be a warrior fighter, play with GI Joes and stuff like that. Just when I was 8, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna be a Marine when I grow up.
Fucking A.
And obviously September 11th happened. So
I love it. A lot of people always ask that, like, why'd you join? And honestly, like, our era, if September 11th didn't fucking go up your ass sideways and you wanted to go up there and fucking whoop some ass, I don't know who you are, and I don't know what the fuck you were doing either. I'm sick of these stories of, I went down there, but I don't know what was going on. I wanted to join. You know what I mean? Like, get the fuck out.
Had asthma and flat feet.
Yeah. If you wanted to get in, dude, at that time, you could fucking get in and do something. I don't want to hear that.
Yeah, they're taking criminals and everything. But it comes down to, like, before September, I knew I wanted to do it before September 11th. I was 8 years old. I'm like, yeah, that's what I wanted to do. But I just set it in stone, really.
Fucking A.
How old are you? Where were you at when the towers fell?
I was in a 4th grade music class.
4th grade? Jesus, dude, I'm old. Fuck.
No, I was in 6th. I was in 6th, man. It's funny we remember exactly where we were, because it was a weird time. No one really knew what was going on, right? You didn't really know what
I
was
was a
going on.
freshman. I was a freshman in high school. So
Yeah, you're old, bro. Shit.
I know, brother. Fuck you.
All right. So fuck it. We get through boot camp. Where was your first drop off, man?
Yeah, so did SOI, small class. The majority of us went to First Battalion, Third Marines.
Okay.
Nice.
That's Lejeune?
No, that's Hawaii.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
gotcha.
It's
Gotcha.
out in your old neck of the woods there, Nick.
Yeah.
You should
Okay.
know that.
Okay. So when did what was the Lance Corporal Underground saying at that time? Was there any whispers of deployments or pumps, or what was the
Yeah, so when we got pushed. We did full Afghan workup. We did the last enhanced Mojave Viper. We did RIMPAC 2012, which I think was over 31 countries. It was a quick and hard workup. I think we maybe had 2 months on the island that all of 2012 that wasn't training.
oh,
The rest
shit.
were Island Viper, PTA, and yeah, 3-3 was still in Afghan at the time. So yeah, we were planning on going to Afghan, but then that got canked, switched to Lejeune, and then went to UDP in Okinawa.
Gotcha. Where'd you go in
Tell the
Okie?
audience what UDP is. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know what a UDP is, it's a unit deployment program. It's like a MU, but instead of being tasked with on a ship, you're basically sent to forward bases, across the world, depending. Some units do UDPs to Africa and Europe, and some to the Pacific.
Okay, cool.
So how'd you like that?
That was terrible, honestly. It was pretty crappy.
Yeah.
We were put on Camp Schwab in Okinawa,
Oh,
and we referred to it as Schwabistan
yeah.
and Alka Schwab, because it basically was like a prison on the island almost.
Facts. Yeah, it was not fun up there, dude.
Yeah, no liberty, couldn't drink out in town.
Oh.
I mean, if you did have liberty, you had to be back on base by like 9 p.m.
So the barracks get a little rowdy?
Yeah, I got real rowdy. Obviously, we weren't allowed to have more than like a 6-pack of beer, but
we found ways around that.
Really good at hiding it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You drank 6 on your way back from the BS.
Yeah. All that really did was make us drink harder. So
Yeah.
I mean, they just failed on that one altogether. But I hear you, dude. Japan was a shit show.
Yeah, it was.
Honestly, did you start getting that same? Because I had a lot of boys that had workups that were just dick in the dirt the whole time, just fucking cranking, and they ended up getting their pumps canked, man. Their deployments stopped and they didn't end up going. And you tend to get this mindset like, fuck this, dude. Like, I'm putting my all out there. I just want to go get some fucking Talib scalps, and I can't even get out there. And it tends to create like a negative mindset. Did that hit you at all?
It did, and it still affects me today.
Of course.
Because I have guys. I mean, I talk to you guys. I talked to a lot of guys. They've, I have buddies that were in 1-9 that deployed in 13.
Yep.
I'm like,
I
was already on my way home from my first deployment when you guys left. And, talked to guys that, deployments later on. I had buddies that went different units and deployments, and yeah, it affects it. But you also look at it too and see what they did. Even some of the founders and some of the guys that were in my unit, not to, take words out their mouth and quote them exactly, but they enjoyed Afghan a lot more than our UDPs. But at the same time, they're like, we wanted more out of our Afghan pump than what we actually got.
Of course.
Yeah.
A lot of units were like that. A lot of guys went there, demill, deconstruct.
Yep.
Didn't even leave the wire.
Ugh. Gross.
Yeah.
That sucks, dude. I feel bad for guys like that, man, because you put your all into training, man, especially in the Marines, and you really want to put it into action, and it's just I can't imagine that feeling, dude, and it really sucks. And I'm sorry to hear that, dude, but
no, it's man. It's like being a apprentice of a carpenter. and having enough skill to be the carpenter, but
Yeah.
not ever being carpenter.
Yep. I hear you.
Yeah.
No good.
Yeah. No, that sucks, man. Because like when I came back from, because I was a combat replacement on me and Nick's deployment. And as a doc, like I came back and I was raising my hand, like, I'll send me again, send me again, send me again. And they're like, yeah, you're going to fucking Bremerton, Washington. I'm like, oh, fucking neat.
So let's kind of shift into so do you even gun, bro? When did that first start coming around, man?
So that was created by 4 machine gunners, a few of them in 1-3, and I think a few from Lejeune. They started that in 2013.
2013. Okay.
So it was started as an inside joke between the gunners, and it bled off to the Mortarman and Saltman, of course. Just turned into a page, and meme page, and just blew up, man.
So at what point did you get involved?
So I got involved in early 2022.
Okay.
So late in the game.
Were you a fan already? Had you followed the page? Were you aware
I was
of it?
there when it was created.
Gotcha.
I was all like my boys, my seniors started the page.
Gotcha.
Everyone knows Tweak. Some of the older guys know Sailboat. Those guys were both my seniors, senior machine gunners. People remember Reaper and a few other.
So you got
guys.
solid leadership. I see you. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So when I opened up Infantry on Apparel in 2021, we were running under the brand Tyrannus Tempest. When I opened that up, I contacted Tweak. I'm like, hey man, let's revamp Demon Gunbro. Let's bring it back. And that's when I acquired the rights to Demon Gunbro.
Gotcha. So I feel like we have so much to talk about, dude, because that's such a unique thing, being a young Marine, coming from a meme page and going into merch and going into something that supports the brand. Where's your head even on that, man? Because I can't imagine how much, because I know how much it takes to run my page between just me and Doc and my other brother. I can't imagine all of it on you with 2 different things, dude. What are some of the things that you deal with on a day-to-day that are just like,
I deal with a lot because I'm running 2 brands simultaneously along with each other. And I'm in this position where I'm trying to really merge them together. So it's tough, and I've done everything myself, start to finish. Demon Gunbro did do merch back in the day. They did, I think it was Teespring or something like that. It was one of those like GoFundMe style, like, hey, you get enough orders, then we'll produce the shirts kind of deal. But now, we're doing full merch, flags, Hawaiian shirts, a whole bunch of stuff. And I mean, I built the websites ground up. I got to manage both websites. I got to do all the posting on Facebook, Instagram, keeping people engaged, doing marketing, as well as, doing orders and producing everything, and, getting in contact with vendors to make sure products are getting sent to the right people and the right quality and all that.
Talk to me about the process of designing and creating your own merch, and how do you decide what products to offer, man?
So we wanted to offer basically your regular stuff, your t-shirts. Then I really wanted to get into obviously coffee mugs, because you got, big company Black Rifle Coffee. I was on their website one day and I'm looking, I'm like, man, they got like 15 coffee mug designs. Like, you're a coffee company, you don't sell a lot of coffee mugs.
Yeah,
you do,
right.
but you don't, you got rinse and repeat designs on it. So I mean, I look at the competitors and I think to myself, like, okay, what are they doing? What are they not?
Who are your competitors? Is it Goons Up? Or are they, talk to me about your landscape so I can understand it.
Yeah, so it's hard when you're going up against giants.
No, I feel you. Trust me, I feel you, dude.
And there are, it is very competitive in the market. But where we stand out is some of these guys' stuff are trash, and some of it's awesome. Like I'll name a few like companies. After Action Debrief, they make awesome merch.
I just interviewed him the other day.
Yes.
Great,
Yeah,
great kid.
Baseline Co.
Yep.
I fucking love that guy.
Yep.
He does, excuse my language, but he does great
No.
stuff.
Oh, so really you look at it as shit that you really fuck with, honestly.
Yeah, and that's
you know what I mean?
that's what got me to open up infantry owned apparel, and that's revamped Even Gunbro. Because guys, you guys are sick of everyone who's buying from these other guys that I'm fans of. They're tired of the Care Bear, McDonald's unicorns. This is my violent shirt. They're tired of all that junk.
Yep.
Half the people that wear grunt style aren't even never served in the military.
Exactly.
And that's a brand, Ranger Up. These guys were grunts. They were grunts, and they're doing great. They're making lots of money. I applaud them for it, but they lost touch with the bases, and that's what me and these other companies are doing. We're making gear again for those veterans.
I like it.
Service members, for all that.
Yeah, we're starting to dip our toe into that, me and Nick and Mike.
Yep.
So yeah.
I think really what it is they get to a certain level and they sell their soul away. You know what I mean? And you can tell when someone does that, because you're right, man. They lose touch with the masses, and it's just like it's the same generic thing over and over and over again. A couple different colors, maybe a couple different designs, but we can see right through that. So
yeah, you go on these pages, yeah, like you said, I mean, most of their shirts are olive drive green and black.
Yeah. I
mean, you go on infantry owned apparel. I think we maybe have like 5 shirts you can only get in black, but they're like our Night Creeper shirt. You can only get that in black.
Yep.
But the design you can get in 7 different camo patterns.
Yep.
And it's supposed to be that.
I noticed that. That's dope.
But all our other shirts, you can at least 4 different colors for every design. And some of them we have 12 different colors. And we cater the design to the color. So your black is different than your white.
Oh, that's cool.
And the green and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So that's the gist of it, is where we're coming from. Was, I wanted t-shirts, clothing that really brought pride back into being a grunt, being a Marine.
You just took my question away from me. That's awesome.
Just
that you just said
wanted
that.
something that, like, I wanted to promote my pride. I wanted something that was dope and not just rinse and repeat crap.
Absolutely. It means something to us, man. We take this shit seriously. And when you can actually tap into the main vein, dude, the shit that we hear every day, the shit that we live by, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna work in your favor, man, because people want to rep that shit. You know what I mean? How do you think you balance the affordability with quality in your products, and also ensure that they meet the, I'd say, high standards of the infantry community? It's not easy to do.
No, it's not. And I mean, that's one of the things I take pride in the most when it comes to the business is, small business don't got too much funding. So, I can't offer warranty for 10 years on a shirt, and it's a degradable item. It's going to degrade. It's going to fall apart. But, I'm very selective among my vendors. I've spent, thousands of dollars on, certain things like flags. Flags are so hard in the industry to get right. I spent $100 buying, sample flags from companies, and I've just thrown them out because they were trash. Same with our Hawaiian shirts. I tried like 4 different companies with the Hawaiian shirts before I found a good company to get behind a product. And same with the t-shirts, and sometimes we have mistakes with the t-shirts. But anytime I've had problems with t-shirts, I've got a t-shirt out to that customer within a week to get them a replacement. And our margins are low. Like, I look at these guys and our pricing is low too. I don't think a t-shirt should cost $30.
No.
I mean, I know one of the founders, Tweak, is good friends with Sean at OAF, and they make good gear, love their gear. But dude, $30 for a t-shirt, man, you get shipping, it's like $40 for, spend $40 on a t-shirt. This doesn't work for me, man.
I know, I hear you, dude. And that's huge, sticking by those morals, man, because people can, you're right. People look at that and it makes a big deal. I mean, I look at something like that and I'm like, $40-$50 a t-shirt, dude. Like, what am I really getting here? Like, half of that is the margin. You know what I mean? Like, But also, I love that you stand by the things that you put out there, man. You really, you're selective about who you deal with, and you're not going to put out something that you won't personally rock yourself. And that goes a long way, dude, because no matter what the shirt says, it's all about, to me, at the end of the day, how it fits and how it looks and how it feels. You know what I mean? And that's going to go a long way with you guys, I believe, because I know what I look for in, merch. And if you're being selective like that, it's people are going to notice, man. They're going to keep being repetitive buyers of your stuff, and that's dope.
Yeah, that's what we're looking for.
Oh, go ahead, brother.
Oh, no, you're good, Chris.
No, I was just gonna say, like you mentioned after action debrief. He was saying like he'll call the customer himself, and that sounds like you take that shit very serious too, and that's freaking awesome, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've talked to him a few times too. He's a great dude. Same with Baseline Co. He's a great dude. We talked back and forth a few times. These guys, they're doing exactly what I'm doing. They're doing a good job. Obviously, I'm competitive with them in a good way.
Gotta be, dude.
So I can see and I can pinpoint. I've even called Savage Tacticians out for some of their stuff too.
You gotta poke a little bit.
They have great stuff, and it was more of like a private message. Hey, like check this out.
Yeah,
I don't like this. Like you can tell. Like get your graphic designer back on that. I'm a good dudes too. They make great merch. A little pricey, but still. So I'm all about that, and when it comes to that designs, I do all my designs myself.
Really?
I think I had one design. I hired someone just to redo it because I did the design like 7 times, and I'm a perfectionist, and I could not simplify it enough to make it look good. So I had to pay someone like simplify it, simplify it enough to make it look good.
You a Fiverr guy?
What's that?
Do you outsource via Fiverr?
Yeah, I did through Fiverr for that, and that's literally the only thing I've outsourced.
Gotcha. I'm just getting hip to Fiverr, dude, and I'm starting to utilize them. But it's a great little resource for sure.
It is. It can be sketchy sometimes.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. You gotta weed through a few of them, dude.
Yeah, that's any business though, man. Shit.
So what would you say? What's the reaction been, from the infantry community, man, and how have you seen since you've been there, infantry owned and Do You Even Gun Bro grow?
So it's been slow, growth wise. We get great results from the customers to everyone. They love it. They get the stuff in. They're sending us photos just like it used to be. Sending flags. I sent you some of our guys re-rocking gear. We sending them in. We're trying to do more giveaways. Giving guys free merch. Just follow the page, just scroll the page, because it's just the Instagram and how Facebook and Instagram does things now. Unless you're paying, a lot of money, you're not really getting seen, and that's where we're struggling right now.
Exactly,
it's just getting back out there, retouching our base. But all the feedback from the guys have been awesome, and I appreciate everyone that's done a review and the submit photos. The guys are just great.
Sometimes that's just enough, dude. But I hear you completely. You need eyeballs to grow, and you need to grow to stay relevant. And I hear you though, but it is nice getting, I'm just starting to get it. I'm starting to get people just being like, oh, I love this, I love that. And it means so much as a creator, dude, because you put yourself out there to, when you put your creativity out there, and it's just a very vulnerable position. And just to get the ones and twos that show appreciation, man, I know for me, it goes a long way, at least.
Yeah, absolutely. And, me and him were talking before we started recording. It's like, this is the last thing I ever thought I would be doing until you were like, hey, bro, come on. I was like, all right, fucking let's do it.
Yeah, and I feel that too.
Weird, man.
Like I said, I'm a perfectionist when it comes to this kind of stuff. And I've spent 20 hours on a single drawing just to throw it away. And designs like that, just be like, yeah, this is not what I envisioned. Throw it away. And I spend 100 hours a week doing working on it, emailing people, dealing with customer service, dealing with orders. And that's a big thing too in this market. I mean, there's some companies out there, they're selling $50 button ups. I'm not going to name their names. They have a similar button up to my Hawaiian frog skin. You email them, you won't hear from them. Buy the shirt on back order, you won't get that shirt for months.
I like
I'm not going to say their name, and their products made in China too. And some of my products are made
supporting
in China.
the Chinese too. Whoa.
I mean, like I said, some of my products are made in China, but we vet everything to make sure it's not sweatshops, make sure it's quality products, stuff like that. But you're selling a Chinese shirt that probably costs you, $15 to $25.
Yeah, exactly.
For $50.
No good. All right. Let's see what else I got for you here. Well, this might be a tricky one, but I'm gonna throw it at you. Seem like you warm up a little bit. Are there any lessons that you've learned along the way, from starting or just being engaged with both of these brands? And if there are, would you like to share them with any aspiring entrepreneurs or even younger vets that might think about doing something like this, man? What would you put out there?
Yeah, I've learned so much in the last 2 years, and I mean, Chris nailed on the head when he was talking about it. It's just I never imagined I'd be starting a clothing, starting infantry on apparel and then taking over Demon Gun Bro. I mean, I never really posted much on Facebook and Instagram before I started the brands. I learned a lot in just business ownership, web design, graphic design. I've learned so much, and I've actually had some help. I've had some mentors. I've joined, different programs, especially with vet entrepreneurs. And Warrior Rising is one of them. They have a whole program, Vet to CEO, just there for veterans and service members to help them get them on the path to business ownership.
No shit.
They've been great. I do a lot of webinars, everything, man. And there's so much that I had to learn over the years that I wish I started out with the knowledge I had now, but it just takes the time. It takes the forward push.
Gotcha.
To really learn and get that information.
I hear you.
Grow.
So really don't limit yourself to one thing. I hear you.
Yeah, you got to be well-rounded. You got to adapt. You got to improvise. You got to overcome, and it's always going to be a struggle.
Yeah, and you got to realize you're not always going to see eye to eye with your partner. Your partners. And that happens. But that's why it's important. Communication is always important.
Yeah, facts. You just got to talk through it. Absolutely.
It's just like being in a fucking second marriage, dude. You got to talk to the broad, all right?
Okay. How do you hope that your brand and the merch will impact the infantry community or the Marine Corps in the future, man? What any plans on the horizon? Any developments coming down? Crack the whip on us, dude. Share a little something.
Yeah. So, I mean, I want the merch to really grow and expand. Eventually, we'd love to get into the PX, and dude, that's a hard.
That'd be huge. Yeah.
I mean, we're probably years down the road from doing that, but that's what we eventually want to.
Why wouldn't they want that though, dude? You know what I mean? You think they would want that? They'd want guys that have been in. What up?
No, you know exactly why, because there's a lot of guys that would just get butthurt. Be like, oh, I'm sorry you joined to go fucking be, in logistics or whatever, you know what I mean? But they're like, well, no, I don't really.
Dude, you'd think you'd want to support, guys that, came up in the fucking Marines, and that are now doing the damn thing. I don't know. I don't understand.
That's kind of where we want to kind of, push a little bit. Because I mean, we all see what's going on with the military nowadays. It's like a fight between the lower enlisted and the higher officers. It was always that way, but it was more of a game of chess back when we were in.
Yeah, facts.
But now it's just blame, all the TikToks and everything like that. It's like, man, where's this pride gone?
Seriously,
I know there's guys just like me, like us three still in there. I know, I have boys still in. and they're staff sergeants and sergeants now, and they're still hooking and jabbing, and they're rocking and rolling, passing the tradition down. But it's feels like it's lost its way.
sure.
Where the military is no longer. I mean, the military is there to destroy our enemies. That's it.
Yeah.
You were there to kill.
Facts.
And I would love to see the Marine Corps turn into the tip of the spear like it used to be. I mean,
what would you say that? No, dude, I'm right there with you, man. I am right there with you.
I
Bro.
like them getting rid of assault men, getting rid of snipers.
Seriously, dude, I've been saying that, and I've been
like,
saying that, and I feel like everyone else has been like, yeah, but they're still the Marines. But dude, you're taking away our fucking core, bro. You're taking away the shit that we fucking bled for. Like, come on, dude, you're taking away.
The Marine Corps needs to adjust, and I don't know if you want to go too far in depth in my personal opinion.
Absolutely, dude. Put it out there.
Yeah,
they need to adjust, man, and they're adjusting the wrong way. I think they need to adjust. They need to be, and the Army's, called them up and asked them if they wanted to do this multiple times. They need to adjust. They need to get rid of tanks. They need to get rid of the fighter jets and the, helicopters. They need to take all that stuff, put it in the Navy, have the Navy become the real taxi, and they need to become a whole branch solely based on infantry and special operations warfare.
Yes.
Like you got to have, your MARSOC, you got to have your force recon, you got to have, your infantry units, but your infantry units should be going to the same schools as your 75th Rangerback guys. Like that's what the Marine Corps should be. It's
Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree with you completely.
Yeah,
and what is that? Is there just dissension in the leadership? That's always what it is, man. There's just dissension in the leadership. No one can get on the same page with it. But why would you not want that? Like, let the Navy, let the Air Force be the taxi service, dude, and let us do the fucking, the ground shit. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, the Army's there and they're in the masses.
Yeah, 11. I always had people, argue with me about this. Every Marine's a rifleman. I don't believe that. You can tell me no. I would rather fight with my 11 Bravo, my 11 Charlie brothers any fucking day of the week. Those guys are grunts. They're infantrymen. They're trained. I mean, they're the same guys, man. They're just wearing a different patch. One of my good buddies is, Army sniper. Same dude. I would rather fight with them than a cook or admin or anyone.
Have you ever?
We have counter intel and other guys with us that are dope.
Come on, they're not outside the wire though. Now, have you ever tried to? I mean, in my later days in the Marines, they had me running mark ranges and 50 cal ranges, and I'd have to do like an admin or a supply battalion or something like that. And when you see these people manipulate crew serves like they haven't seen it at all, and they're, you know what I'm saying, and
it's scary.
It's scary, dude. You know what I mean? Like I hear you completely. The Marine Corps needs to get away from the support branches and trying to do everything like the Army and just focus on our meat and potatoes, what we bring the bacon home with. And that's infantry. That's doing the shit on the front lines. And that's what we perfected at. And that's what we, definitely do the best at. And I don't understand why we're trying to get into every little other thing. It's like, dude, we're not the Army, and no one wants to be the Army. That let them do their thing on a grand scale.
The Army is great at what it does.
Yeah,
Marine Corps is great at what it's supposed to do. The same Navy and Air Force. You just soak up the Marine your Marine Corps pride. Every Marine's a Marine. Kind of ditch that.
Yeah,
and get back down to what we are. We're a bunch of drunk war fighters,
savage killers that
want
to push forward.
Yeah.
And the second that you admit that, dude, the second you talk about that shit, like how it really is, everyone gets offended now. Everyone's like, oh, let's feel how the moms.
We never cared about offending anyone.
Yeah, seriously.
You don't care if you're offended.
That's what makes us Marines, dude.
September 12th.
I agree with you.
I mean, that's what it takes. I mean, it's the pendulum swing, man. We got so united and brought so close together on a united front towards a common enemy. And it's like, yeah, and then you ask anyone, it's like, kill them all, level, Afghanistan, make it a parking lot. And obviously that's not what us, true warriors, we have empathy, we understand, and
of course.
We're not there to just kill anyone.
No, of course.
We're there to fight the good fight, help the innocent, help the people in need. But also, at the end of the day, I mean, that's what we have. We're warriors.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And that's honestly what I love about your brand, dude, because it shows that it really, and that's if you notice, that's who your customers are. That's who your guys that are really rocking it is, the guys that really feel that, you know what I'm saying? That because it means something to us, dude. When you can get a shirt or some kind of any kind of merchandise that just exactly like the flag behind you, bro. Something like that. Like I've been looking at that the whole time that you've been on this, and it's just like, fuck yeah, bro. That's exactly how, you know, that's how we feel. That's what it is. And when you can become a company that really epitomizes that and really shows that through everything, you guys are going to succeed, bro. Definitely. I can see that wholeheartedly. And I wish you the best, man. And I hope that we can follow you through your journey and stay connected. And if there's anything we can do on our end, dude, because, you know, we're just starting out, but we hope that we can promote brands like you throughout our interviews, man. We're working on a studio right now. Once we get that decked out, dude, I want to have a join or die in there or whatever else you send me, dude. I'll deck it all out, and we'll definitely support your brand as much as we can, dude.
Yeah, definitely appreciate it. That's what we're going for. And we're not just trying to, you know, alienate anyone that's not part of the culture, because the culture is just more than just straight infantry guys. And we understand that. So, you know, we got guys, I mean, I know guys that have done more training than ever served a day in their life in the military, and they'll whip on, you know, guys that, you know, did 2 pumps.
Yeah.
So and we're just trying to bring the whole community together of warriors just together, man, and give them merch that they could be proud of wearing, have pride, and rock on.
I fuck with that. No, I fuck with that, dude. I hear you.
I'll send you my address too. So
sounds good.
You're sending Nick all this shit. I'm like, brother.
I haven't got anything yet, dude. What are you talking about, dude? It'd be in the background. Come on now.
I know. I'm just fucking around. Dude.
But no, I hear you, dude. We're not trying to alienate anybody, dude. But as a warrior, you got to have a little fucking warrior spirit, dude. You got to talk that shit a little bit, dude. And that's why, you know, you got the people who you got at the front, and that's why you got, you know, the support guys doing the support things. And there's no hate. It's just what it is.
Yeah. I mean, I'm so used to it, dude, being a fucking Navy corpsman, and Nick can attest. Come on, I joined the Navy to be a corpsman to go with the Marines. I
hear you, dude. I hear you.
I was also. We're
gonna give you a little shit, though, dude. We're gonna give you a little shit.
I'm used to it by now, brother. Come on, you can't hurt my feelings, dude.
So, all right, man. So, what's the plans for the future, dude? I know I already asked you that, but you just gonna keep hooking the jab and create new shit, or do you have any new avenues that you think you're gonna go in?
Yeah, so I mean, we're just creating designs, and again, like I said, I mean, we got over 100 designs for t-shirts. We're growing our Hawaiian shirts tremendously.
I love the Hawaiian shirts. Whose idea was that? Whose idea was it? Is that just something we love and we wanted to put it out there? Is that like a mutual thing, or is that someone?
Well, what we wanted to do was, you have this idea of a dysfunctional vet, this, you know, male Karen, the bro vet. And what we're trying to really do, and this kind of plays into like a longer thing down the road, you know, we're partnering with nonprofits down the road. We want to really get involved in nonprofits to help vets. But we want to take that mentality and that mindset, and we want to change it. We want to take it, stop being a bro vet and be a chill vet. Just chill out, bro. Like, if you're a warrior and you know you're a warrior, these little things aren't bothering you, man.
Be comfortable in it. Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, be comfortable, chill. I mean, you see all these, you know, Green Berets and Raiders and all these guys, you know, and I know a bunch of them. They're the chillest people, and anyone who's done stuff, they're the chillest guys you ever met. So that's really what we're trying to move forward with. More
because when you've done it, you don't really need to prove it. You know what I mean?
Exactly. You don't have to talk about it and stand your ground about it. But you know,
I hear you.
Just like anyone that has to, you know, show that you have a big dick.
Exactly. You just let it hang, bro. You just let it hang, dude. So, what do you think about the new? I feel like we're in an era right now where vets are starting to really come out. I mean, the podcasts are popping. The brands are starting to come out a little bit, and I don't know. Is that you think? I don't know. Social media kind of adapting to the times a little bit, and we're kind of getting more comfortable to talk about our shit, or what? Because as you know, the era behind us was strict. Don't talk about shit. You bury that shit with fucking booze and fucking pride, and you fucking go and be a man. But I mean, we're talking our shit a little bit, dude, and we're putting it out there, and I kind of like that, man, because honestly, a lot of those guys that stuck by that, bury your pain and fucking drink it away ended up becoming the statistic, unfortunately. And I have a lot of friends that that happened to, unfortunately, and RIP to the real ones out there, but I'm not trying to become one. And honestly, something that me and Doc found out is after every episode, dude, we feel fucking great, man. It's just awesome to talk to like-minded people and talk our shit, man. Because as you know, you can't really have these conversations with your family, with people that weren't in the military, because they don't get it. And no matter how much we want them to, they don't and nothing against them or anything, because I know they try, but we want to talk to like-minded. It's refreshing. It's refreshing to talk to someone that knows exactly what we mean. And honestly, where you live, I mean, I know Massachusetts, it's not really a big military area. Not a lot of guys. I mean, you get your ones and twos, but there's not a lot of guys up here that was in the Marines or in the military. But it's nice. It's nice to find them, and it's nice to talk to them, and it's just a good feeling. I don't know if you can relate to that, but
I relate to that. A tremendous amount. And again, I almost became a statistic. I have a lot of my buddies almost became that statistic. I got my service dog next to me right here.
No shit.
Nice. And it helps so much. And I love it, guys. Getting out, talking about the experience, reconnecting, and reinvigorating that community we have. And
absolutely,
I love it. I think it's great because I mean, my own personal experience, I've been waiting 4 months to get a new mental health doctor. So what do you go to when you can't get an appointment for mental health, or your doctor tries to pawn you off on another doctor? You wait 6 months, they kick you out of the program because they left one voicemail.
Oh boy, you got this going.
Left one voicemail. I'm getting into it, guys. Left one voicemail with the wrong extension. I called them back. I called 2 different extensions, still didn't get it, and they kicked me out of a program. And I had one doctor ask me what my goal is. Gave him a definition of what a goal is. He's like, no, but what's your goal? And it's a mess. You guys can't get help. And resorting back to the community is the best way to really do it. And it's the guys that they feel pushed out, and aren't reconnecting, because we all struggle getting in touch with each other.
Absolutely.
Those guys are ultimately the guys that really end up being that.
I hear you completely, dude.
Man. So I had to reach out, and I went to BetterHelp. Maybe we can get them on as a sponsor, Nick, since that's one of our main folks.
That's a good call.
I had to go to them and pay out of pocket because I couldn't get in with the VA. I'm 100% disabled, right? And that's from combat injuries. I'm not one of those guys, because I wouldn't even talk about my PTSD or whatever you want to call it. But so I go every week, and I know a lot of guys can't afford it, guys and gals, but there's a lot of therapists in there that they give them so many pro bono slots that they can do. So you just gotta, and you go through, and I guess I'm trying to promote BetterHelp right now. But yeah, dude, I had to
hear that BetterHelp. Write that check.
What's up? What's up? But I had to go, and it's shitty. The guys like us, we have to find a different avenue to get, I had to go get private health insurance too, just to go see a fucking doctor. It's ridiculous, dude. I live in Colorado Springs. There's 5 fucking bases here. Military is huge here. And I can't get into the fucking VA. It's like, all right, cool.
Yeah, I've had it where they denied me surgery. I have one doctor saying, hey, I want to get you, surgery consultation. I have another doctor saying, oh, you're only 30. We're not going to do surgery on your back. And all my joints are insured with the VA. It's it's just a nightmare just trying to get any programs done or anything like that. And it sucks. And there's really a lot of really good doctors in the VA. There's a lot of really ones that want to help out. I love when I find those. But there's also a lot of very burnt out doctors.
Yeah, definitely.
And there's only so much you can do when you have vets like us coming in your door.
Facts.
That needs individual
Absolutely.
attention, but and it just burns you out, man.
Yeah. Well,
So I get their situation.
it comes back on us, dude. Now listen, I've done the programs. I've gone to the VAs. I've tried the new programs, and there's only so many fucking times that I can tell you all the shit that I've been through, dude. And at some point, dude, I feel like you're just filling up your notebook for like trying to find out new things, or I'm like a guinea pig or some shit, dude. Like you got to understand how it looks to us, dude. We're not fucking stupid. And when listen, what they need to do is they need to find someone like us, someone that's been there, someone that's walked our journey, that's seen the things that we've seen, so we can feel comfortable around them, so we can talk to them. We need to feel like we're understood. And if you go in there and, dude, I can't tell you how many fucking therapists I've been through, dude. And it gives you a certain feeling when you're making your therapist cry, dude. You start looking at yourself like, oh boy. And,
like,
yeah.
And you go in and you're always on reserve. You don't want to spill all the beans up front, because next thing you know, you're getting checked into insane asylum or something.
You laugh, dude. That
shit's
shit's happened to me, dude. It's no joke, dude. They do not know how to handle us. And a way to fix that is to put guys like us in the positions that talk to guys, that are going through it. I preach that shit, dude, because I was in a situation where I got put into a DA inpatient place that was supposed to help PTSD. They didn't know what the fuck they were doing. I told one story. It scared this young girl. They forced me into an ambulance, brought me to a hospital. They put me in a padded room, shot me full of this shit. I was out for a day, and then they let me go the same day. It's just a gaggle fuck, dude. They don't know what they're doing. It's apparent. They need people in the right positions, or they're going to start hurting people. And that's the last thing I want to see, dude. The reason that we're doing this is to help ourselves, dude. We don't want to be put in a fucking padded room, over medicated with who knows what, and make the problem worse, dude. We just want, really what makes it better is
we want purpose. We want someone to value us, and we want purpose. That's all it is.
Boom.
Marine Corps, the Army. I mean, especially us grunts and stuff like that. I mean, we go through hell. And we loved it, but we get torn up like a used condom. We get used and then dropped off outside, out of the military.
Yeah.
And we spent our whole lives wanting to be in the military, be warriors.
Mm-hmm.
And we're told that we're wounded puppies.
Yeah.
So we fall into that wounded puppy thing. And then we have no purpose. We have no meaning. We can't get back into the service because you got medical problems. I tried to go EOD, National Guard.
Dude.
A couple years ago, I was medically disqualified from all my problems with the Marine Corps.
When you would be the best person to do it. Like, that's what it grinds my gears talking about this shit, dude, because they got it backwards, man. And it's funny how the shit that fucked us up so much is the thing that we love. And that's a crazy syndrome, man. Yeah, it's a crazy fucking dichotomy, dude. I can't make sense of it, but you know what? I love it anyways, and that's what makes us a little goofy, dude. So whatever, fuck it. But
that's what we're trying to, really with the brands is just give that pride, give that, hey, you're a killer, man. You're a warrior. Chill out, relax, but also, we got edgy stuff too, and it's all about, hey, like take pride in that.
I see that, bro.
We've all been through it. So anyone who's listening needs help, call someone.
Yeah, absolutely.
Message the Even Gun Bro, message Infantry, and I'll answer. I answer everything at least within 24 hours, man. We're here to help. We're looking at trying to start a Discord and community chat so we can reconnect again.
Oh yeah, good
Everyone
shit.
Just stay in touch, man. Just kind of help each other out because that's what we do.
That's really all we have, bro. At the end of the day, is each other, because as we've discussed, no
one else is looking out for us but us.
Absolutely. Well, there you have it, guys. John Tierney, aka Turbo. Do You Even Gun Bro? Episode 62. Hard to Kill podcast coming at you. Have a good afternoon. Thanks for coming in, brother. It's been a pleasure. We hope to follow you on your path. I'm happy to see that Do You Even Gun Bro has such a capable individual that knows what the fuck is going on, and I wish you the best, my friend.
Thank you. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you for having me on here. And I have one question for you. Do you even gun, bro?
I used to.
Semper. Have a good afternoon, fellas.
All right, guys. Take care.
Bye.
Later, bro.